The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Anthony Dorsett, Damontre Moore, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are, time for the Players Lounge right here on DallasCowboys.com. SWCC Podcast Studio is here. We got 4 people in the house now. We've been riding with 3 Amigo Negroes, but we adding the 4th because Trey's back from his golf vacation.
Yeah.
A&M Tiger Woods is here.
What you shoot? What you shoot, bro?
Here.
What you shoot?
Good enough.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
He ain't doing that.
I'm a nuance. It's the nuance of it. Just, I'm out there for fellowship.
I got you.
Networking.
You lose no money. That's all it means.
That's all that matters. I came back.
Keep your money in your pocket.
And if not, with everything the way that it's looking, Barry's going to be putting some money in my pocket or at least food in my stomach.
Barry Church is here. Trey These 3 gentlemen all play the National Football League. I'm Newy Scruggs. I did not. This show is brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Week 1, done, because the Vikings came back and beat the Bears in Chicago last night. So everyone has played. Week 1 is in the books. Gentlemen, just the thoughts, as we go around the table, of watching Week 1.
I thought it was unreal. Yeah, I feel like every game was like a nail biter. From the start off on Sunday, you had, the Pittsburgh and the Jets. Aaron Rodgers went back in time, was throwing the rock all over the place. You had the game with the Cowboys game in Philadelphia on Thursday. Sunday night which was unreal. The Buffalo versus Baltimore, I almost was like, I'm going to sleep. It's 40-25. I'm past. There's 3 minutes left, 4 minutes left. Glad I didn't go to sleep because that was, Josh Allen put on his cape and did his thing, but once again, the collapse of Baltimore. But we talked about that yesterday. And then you had the game yesterday with what was it? Chicago and Minnesota. And Chicago, man, if I'm a Chicago fan right now, I'm like, man, what's going on, man? Because you think you got your guy, and it's still early. It's still early, but my guy, he feel like he's always just trying to. I'm talking about Caleb Williams. He's just always out there trying to backyard football it, and you can't out-athlete guys in the league. Everybody's fast. Everybody's athletic. You got to have some rhythm to you, and they didn't have any at all. They let J.J. McCarthy, a guy who hasn't even sniffed the football field, come in there, fourth quarter, look like John Elway, scrambling through the end zone, throwing touchdown passes. I'm like, man, what is going on? So if I'm a Chicago fan, I'm kind of upset right now. But overall, that was a great weekend of football.
Yeah, that was a good weekend. Listen, the game last night.
So disrespectful.
Did I go?
Not you. No. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about his take.
No, but the game last night was a good game, and I did not expect to see that comeback in the second half. McCarthy was out there. The commentators was even saying like, okay, Minnesota's defense is going to have to get advantageous here because we see the limitations of the quarterback. And come the fourth quarter, as he would say, he got his Danny Dimes on. He got his Danny Dimes on in the fourth quarter, and just like you said, it seemed like to me watching Caleb and realizing how many times he was sacked last year. I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but it was something like 50 plus, if not more.
Talking about Caleb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just watching how long just like you said, he's trying to make every play a big play, it seems like all the time. Hold the ball. I'm trying to see who gets uncovered. And so just with that, I see where his struggles are going to continue to lie until he just starts to understand, like, hey, I got to take what they're giving me a little bit more. But just like you said, man, it was a good first week of football. Every game, starting with the Cowboy game.
Nuts.
It was a ride all the way through, and it was an awesome first week.
Trey?
It was a very good first week. It was competitive, but you are disrespectful. Like
who?
You
about who?
You you talking about JJ? Like this man wasn't once the guy. They said before injuries, like what he was projected and the way that he was playing. Like some Vikings fans might say that he lived up to his potential. I'm just saying, man. Hey, we all get paid. What round did he get drafted in?
He was in the first.
Oh, okay then. So like you said, there's some team out there that says, hey, I believe in him. He's still that guy. And the way that he played, Like I love the comeback, but I'm just saying you can't be sitting here disrespecting people like bruh. Until he pulled the Trey Lance yet?
Bro, the man's never stepped on the football field. He's been injured.
Now that he's healthy, guess what? He went out there and showed him, like, hey, I'm out here making stuff happen. I showed y'all why I was a first-round pick. But I don't know. All that to say that I'm not going to lie. Watching the game, I thought the Bears turned the corner. I was like, hey, man, the Bears might actually be some. Caleb's putting them on the back. And then all of a sudden, like you said, man, all I'm going to say is, man, you watch those fantasy drafts and all those reports and stuff like that, there was a guy named that was on there as a quarterback that was a sleeper. And the top 2 sleepers were him and that guy from the Patriots. So, hey, there's a lot of people out there that made those predictions.
I love having the Aggie on there.
Hey, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I don't care.
So much
I don't care. It's the fact that watch out. Don't get disrespectful now. You getting almost as disrespectful as him.
Because last night I had one of your people, one of your club members telling me about the Bears gonna be fine. They got that Noop in them. And I was like, explains why I ain't won nothing since '85. Next thing you know, by the end of the night, I'm like, you shimmied your way to the L column. Yes. Yes.
He couldn't wait for that.
Oh, I could. Well, y'all let you walk. Well, you walked right on into it. But I'm gonna pick up from there, man.
I'm not trying to hit none of that.
Pick up from there. How about the Dolphins, Coach Soul getting worked over 33-8?
Brother Soul.
I mean, dude, the Dolphin, man, they're not looking good. I mean, that was tragic. And then the Lions getting 8 up. I mean, you talk about missing the coordinators because Ben Johnson's the head coach of Chicago, Aaron Glenn's the head coach with the Jets. And, while both of those guys lost their games, they were competitive. I mean, the Lions, they looked like they didn't know what was going on. Green Bay walked them. I mean, they didn't walk them yesterday.
Slapped them up.
I mean, every other game, there was a competitive game, but those games,
that was
so does that go to show you how powerful their coordinators are, or is like the players?
Well, it makes you just okay. So what does Dan Campbell do?
Yeah, he's a motivator. It's always been said that he's never been labeled a technician. He's never been the guy that comes in there with X's and O's. Like, he's been a leader of men, which we said is the most important quality. Like, he did what great coaches do. He put a great system around him. He let his coordinators do what they did uninterrupted, and he was there to just galvanize the truth when he needed to. I mean, obviously he played football for a long tenure of time to where he can add a little bitty insight, but it's like, how long can motivation go? How can you do this? And like, I think it kind of, not saying they got exposed, it's only the first game of the season, but it was one of those things like, man, we really miss our coordinators, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. When I saw it, that was my concern about them this year. I didn't pick them to make the playoffs. Like, I think it's going to be too much of a drop-off now. This week, too, is really interesting because it is Chicago at Detroit. So they're
gonna bounce back, man.
Well, I was about to say Lions gonna bounce back,
but 0-2. You can't. Both teams are these efficient games, man. You
and
can't
not to the Bears.
Right.
So if the Bears win that game, you think they're gonna be over there? I told y'all week 1 we showed y'all we had potential. We built our momentum.
I can't see it, man.
All I'm gonna say is going up there golfing this past week, like, getting off the plane, I did not realize it might be a little far-fetched to say, but this lady that was on the plane, she said, I've been saving up. I got my son-in-law going. I got my daughter going to the game, paid all this money. And she said, I looked at my checkbook and I started to realize that we're almost as bad as Cowboys fan. Like, the way that these tickets are sold out, everybody's talking about, we're doing this, it's our year. She said the last 2 years she's been trying to get tickets. And for her to tell that story, it was multiple fans, I guess, obviously, because I'm big or whatever. Everybody wants to talk to me randomly about football, but they're like, yo, I'm going to the game. I'm going to the game. This is our year. And they have so much hopes that they were like, yo, we really built everything around Caleb now to where he's going to lead us to the promised land. So
they got that hopium.
That's a hopium.
Chirac, they coming to attack. So if they beat Detroit after what Detroit did, you can't tell them that. We just beat a playoff team.
So here are the Bears right now. You think about it. Okay, you got to go face the Lions this week. And then after that, Matt Eberflus, the Cowboys coming to town.
That's 0-3. That's an 0-3 hole, man.
Guaranteed?
You ain't coming out of that.
What'd he say? Guarantee?
I can't guarantee it, but that's.
If you shift this thing to the Cowboys right now, you got the Giants and you got the Bears back to back.
You got to get.
You got it.
Before Green Bay comes here.
You got to get both of them.
Right. You got to be 2-1. You need to be 2-1 after 3 weeks.
It's all NFC opponents.
That's what I said. Like
that's double down. You got to get.
You got to. You need that momentum and that confidence going into that backstretch, like we said. Like they're going to be going through the gauntlet. So you know how it is at y'all know you coming into the back season. Like what did coaches say? They normally break down the season in like certain parts of where it say, hey, we need to do this. And when you coming in, I've been a part of teams that started off 0-6, and I've been a part of teams that started off 7-1 to where we're sitting here like, oh yeah, we got that confidence. It's a certain swagger to where you not only you prepare for the game, but you create your own luck, if that makes sense, with that momentum. And so for the Cowboys coming through that backstretch or these next 2 games, I think it's going to be big. You go beat the Giants, division opponent, then like you said, the Bears, and you're going against all NFC. Like, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, and we know that their schedule is not favorable for anybody towards the back end of it anyway. Mm-hmm. So to actually get these dubs in the front part of it, you know what I'm saying?
It's a must need.
Yeah, they need some. They got some must wins coming up here.
So speaking of the back schedule, so the bye week is November 9. So starting on November 17th, it's a Monday night game at the Raiders. So the Raiders go to New England.
I told y'all Pete was gonna be out there now.
Right. So Pete and Gino out there. Okay, that's not an
running
easy
back look good too.
Then you get 2 straight home games. You get Philadelphia. Then you get a 4-day turnaround. Kansas City comes to town. Then you got to go to Detroit. The December 14 game against Minnesota right now is an NBC Sunday night game. Then you face
that's here though, right?
That's at home. Then you get a home game against the Chargers on the 21st.
Chargers look good.
I was about to say Chargers
look good. Man.
Then you turn around in 4 days on Christmas Day to face the Commanders. And then the final game of the year is at the Giants. So when you sit right now looking at this, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants.
You got to rack them up. You got to rack them up.
You need that momentum.
First 8, you got to rack them up.
So you got to do work in your September schedules: Eagles, Giants, Bears, Packers. You've got to handle that. October's a little interesting because you're at the Jets, then you're at Carolina, home against the Commanders, and then you're on the road at Denver. And Denver's never an easy place to play.
And they got some young bulls over there. My boy Deuce Vaughn got signed by Denver, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Deuce Vaughn.
Hopefully they got one of the top corners, if not arguably the top corner.
And you got young Bo Nix. I like what I'm seeing from him. I don't care what nobody says. Like last year, he was my sleeper.
He bought out last year.
And then with Sean Payton down there, like the QB whisperer, it's gonna be something.
He's putting it down for Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy.
Hey man, I'm just saying, man, just be careful. Just be careful. You got that Sims boy over there. Ended this, what was it? The last 6 games with 100 plus, if I'm not mistaken, on the receiver, bro. Denver gonna be tough, man. Say what you want to say. I like my quarterbacks.
Okay, there it is.
What you making? There it is. And looking over to the side. Boy, say what you gotta say. What you saying? Dirty Mac.
Not everything is a debate. Not everything is a debate.
Nah,
brother. We just going over here looking at the schedule.
Y'all had some animosity in that group chat while I was gone, so I told y'all I came back ready today. I know I lost that statement that I made by my prediction, so I'm a little sensitive and I'm ready to go. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll put what Kevin Hart say. I'll host it again. I'll host them.
I'm lost. I
don't even know either.
We're gonna just take a break.
We're
just gonna take a break and let Trey marinate on all the statements he's made. We missed you, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Anthony Dorsett, the Texas Fight Native Aggie.
That's me.
Barry Church, I'm Newy Scruggs. Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over. It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Returning for the 2025 NFL season, Boss reunites with the Dallas Cowboys to drop the next chapter of their iconic collaboration. The Boss Cowboys collection fuses fashion and football once again, capturing the fearless spirit of what it means to be your own boss. Just in time for kickoff, gear up in standout styles that show your team pride with a bold edge. Available now at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. Hashtag be your own boss.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboys Nation, the 2025 Dallas Cowboys schedule is officially here and limited tickets are available. You heard that, limited right now. Go get them. Get ready to bring the noise as you watch your Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium, the best stadium in the NFL, some would say, when they host the NFC East rivals, Eagles, Giants, and the Commanders, plus the Packers, Chiefs, Chargers, Vikings, Cardinals. You heard that. That is the gauntlet. Visit right now at dallascowboys.com/ticket or SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing primary partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
After the first game, you think about the stars that are coming here for these home games here. The Packers, obviously, you got Micah, Jordan Love.
Rivalry.
Commanders, you got Jay Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Kyler Murray, Arizona coming here. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, dog team. Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. His guy JJ McCarthy.
There we go.
Trey Crowning, rookie of the year. Okay. Young Joe Montana.
Hey, man. Hey, what do you say? Sometimes, like Grandma used to say, you got to let it marinate, baby.
And then the Chargers. Your boy Justin Herbert coming. So, I mean, that is a big-time home schedule of some players right here.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
In the past, I'd have been like, they got him at home. But, the way they've been these past couple.
Dude,
home has been.
While it ain't all Russ, but Russ is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. So you got him. Jordan Love's come here, won a playoff game. Jay Daniels won the NFC Championship last year. Kyler Murray's never lost at AT&T Stadium. Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes got 3 Super Bowls on. His guy, J.J. McCarthy's, they about to make a bus for him. Make a bus and sit it next to your dad's bus.
Here we go. I didn't say all that, but
then you got Justin Herbert. So those quarterbacks coming here, man. This defense, this Eberflus defense.
He is a first-round pick.
And a national champion.
Yeah.
I've seen J.J. McCarthy play one time. One time.
Was that TCU?
Fiesta Bowl. He got picked off. 2 picks. Lost the game. But that's the only time I saw it.
Hey, man. We all seen them last night prime time.
Yeah, it was college football playoff. First Texas team to go.
You seen them last night prime time playing. What do they say? You're only good against your last. You're only good as your last rep. That's what they say in the Players Lounge. Hey, former players, what does the coaches say? The eye in the sky don't lie. You're only good as your last rep.
Don't lie.
You only good as your last rep.
Team with a new coach. Man,
let's talk about these Giants.
So let me see who they got this week that you can go crown. Who the Vikings got this week?
They got what's the name right? No, Chicago got Detroit.
They got the Falcons at home.
At home?
Yeah, they got Falcons.
See, hey man, momentum.
Knicks might go crazy.
I saw them Penix highlights. Today, as a matter of fact, because they was talking about him. And
they should have won that game, for real.
They
should have won against Tampa.
They look pretty good.
I didn't get to see it.
They should have won against Tampa.
Yeah, they beat them twice last year, so that was a dogfight. I was in the locker room yesterday. Wanted to have a conversation with Javonte Williams. You know, the 2 touchdowns that he had, just how he felt, and for a running back to be able to have a first game with a new offensive line, because, you know, they do a whole lot in the preseason. So to have that, be able to look and say, all right, on tape, where's some things I could do differently? And so he says he has a very good feel about what he can do. I didn't see Miles Sanders in the locker room.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine.
I bet you did. You should be out there getting some extra work in. What you talking about? That's a bad one.
Have they said anything about Blue maybe cracking the lineup this week?
No, I just, my mindset just kind of goes back to what Shotty talked about. And you were around Pete Carroll, just the whole compete every day, and he talked about, hey, guys are going to have good practice and make us make us play them.
Yeah.
So
but that doesn't help you after what just happened. Like, if we're being completely honest, if you didn't have those 2 key fumbles in the red zone, and you got the best kicker in the nation back there, like if we just took 3 points in those 2 situations, not saying that you single-handedly lost the game. We all know that the game doesn't come down, but those 2 fumbles down there, you would have won the game by 2 at least.
Like, it's a different contest.
So I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I guess. It's when you watch the media and all these quotes and stuff like that, it's how much of the stuff that's being told without being told. Like you said, you don't know if Blue is going to crack the lineup this week. Well, is that because how much of a leash does Miles have? Like, do you sit there and say, hey, we give you 1 more week and you're out here? Because anywhere else in the red zone, those 2 key fumbles.
So stay with us as a player, okay? So as a player, we look obviously at the fumble.
Yes, sir.
But then when you guys are being judged and you go into your position groups, how much matters is to how did he play overall? Like, how much do they take that in? And hey, look, you could have had high grades in other places except for this one thing, detrimental. But how do coaches see these things?
At least with us, I know for us, all the great defensive coordinators I've been around, they always tell you better have an eraser. Like, you're gonna make mistakes in the game. It's just how big are those mistakes? Were those mistakes? Did you make a mistake backside to where a coach can say, hey, somebody made the play front side, but don't worry about this next week. This is gonna help us. But then if you make a detrimental mistake, it's like, in the moment, they're not going to rip you, but when you come back in there, they're going to say, hey, man, how many erasers did you have? Like, if you had a major fumble, you better had at least 2 or 3 touchdowns, or you better have 2 or 3 explosive plays and not negative plays, if that makes sense.
For the defensive side of the ball, it was, like you might get beat. Everybody gets beat. You know, receivers out there, everybody's fast or talented. But the coaches I was around, if you got beat because of a mental mistake, where, you know, for whatever reason you weren't locked in, like you had the wrong call and it was a blown coverage, right. Those seem to be more detrimental to the player than just, hey, we lined up one-on-one and he got me, man. Like, I was right there with him step for step, but he got me. But those mental errors, those are the ones that'll get you put on the bench.
Do you consider that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I consider it fumble for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
That's all I was going to follow up. So were those mental errors?
That's a big one.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely, you know, like we always break it down. Was it talent or was it technique?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so one thing about technique can always be, you know, most times corrected. You know what I mean? But if it comes down to, like, just like you said, somebody just not being locked in, or just like, hey, like we said, they pros on both sides of the ball. Yeah. You just lining up and just getting out talented, then that's when things get scary for everybody.
So let me just, you know, I'm just trying to be glass half full on this thing right here for Sanders, because I definitely looked at Thursday night and said, dude, you and CeeDee Lamb were the reasons why there was no dub. 4 carries, 53 yards. Now, he had the long was 49 yards. So 4 carries, 53 yards. He only had 7 less rushing yards than Saquon Barkley. Saquon had 18 carries, 60 yards in the game, and a touchdown. So for a backup with 4 carries, I mean, if your backup running back is going to sit up here and give you 53 yards, averaging 13.3, that ain't bad.
Not at all. That turnover at the worst time.
It's not bad, but it's at the worst time.
You know, the worst thing that happened to him was the fact that he got sucked up and caught by a linebacker. If you cut it back the other way, we never have the fumble, but you out here getting reeled in like a catfish.
Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. It's good.
Yeah. But so we say that, and then well, I'm assuming if you put Jaden Blue in the game, you're going to sit Sanders. Are you ready to do that? What did Sanders do in pass protection? That's why I say when you go in the room and the coaches break the film down about what was happening here. Yes, the major thing was a turnover, but what else did he do in a football game? Go ahead.
Yeah, and so like he was saying earlier, like, you know, like you mentioned, like what else did he did up until that point? Did he have a great game up to that point? Was he good everywhere else and everything else like that? And that plays a big role in it too. Like, and did he make up for it later on if you get the opportunity to? But then also, like, when you have a situation like that and the player doesn't get an opportunity to make up for it, and he can have a bomb game every week. If he just makes the wrong mistake at the worst part of the time, worst part of the game, it's not going to matter.
Sometimes that's it. What they say,
Jimmy Johnson, you say it's not about the plays you make, it's about the plays the mistakes you don't make.
Both of them out there. You can't have both of them out there because I don't know if either one of them play teams.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to come down to. Like, you know as well as I do, if you're a starter, you get a little more leash. You can do all this and that. For you to be a backup and, like I said, make those big key mistakes, you got to realize Jaden was a draft pick here. Like, Blue is somebody, you're the end talent, and so people want to give them that shot, and it's like, don't give them that added fuel. And so now it goes upstairs that you asked in the room, like, what do you do that makes up? Like, you might have made those big key mistakes, but let's say a guy like Miles Sanders was on special teams and he made some really key blocks and he was a core player. Coach is going to say, hey, this is one of our good special team core player. He made a mental mistake. Let's give him an extra shot, but now you can't.
All right, but now go back into this.
Blue is going to play special teams.
We know Sanders has had the fumble issue in his career. That's been there. That's been there. But after one game, you saw some good. You saw some You saw something that was terrible for you. But are you ready after one game to hit the eject button on a veteran player? And he's been on the roster. He was on the roster too, so he got his money.
His money guaranteed.
His money is guaranteed, and I feel like that gives him the saving grace. But it's guys up there, their job every week, every Tuesday, there is somebody coming in there getting your job, even if you play good. And so for you not to play good the way that he did, and you already have that knock on you in the past of you're being a career fumbler, I think you have a shorter leash to where it's like, we're not going to press the eject button, but what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 active running backs this week. He's going to get some type of touches. We're going to try to figure out, and if he does hit on one of those touches.
You had 3 active running backs last week.
Well,
don't forget El Boogie.
I mean,
Hunter Lipke.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. The three major horsemen that we've been trying to talk about, not El Boogie or this and that. We're talking about Blue, Miles, and Javonte. We seen what we got with Javonte. Young, he looked like he rejuvenated his career. You got Miles that pretty much showed you he's done what he's done historically. Now you got a rookie, and you got not only one, you got 2 rookies that you can eventually go further down the depth chart and say, hey, let me just go see what these guys got.
And so, during the break, I'll give you the list so you can see the substitutions of who was there. So you can go look. Okay, if you take Sanders out, who do you put in? Is it as simple as saying that you want Blue out, or do you want to give? One game?
No.
What would you, if you add Blue to the roster, do you keep Sanders there? Who do you take? I mean, just kind of an exercise.
Yeah. Think about it.
Do that. Just to think about it, because these, by the way, are the decisions they have to make all the time.
It's early in the season.
Yeah, it's early in the season. It's a home game against the Giants. You cannot lose this game. No. This is as must-win. You cannot fall to 0-2. That is a death knell for playoff hopes, and you cannot fall to 0-2 in your division. Simply cannot happen. All right, more Cowboy conversation coming up. Anthony Dorsett, Trey Moore, Barry Church. I'm Newy Scruggs. This show brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're maxing out overhead presses, pushing through chest flies, or being the hero your golden retriever needs to carry them over that scary bridge, Smoothie King has the fuel to help you go all out. Build muscle and boost your recovery with 45 grams of protein, 0 grams of added sugar, and delicious customizable ingredients in the Gladiator Smoothie. Available in chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Only at Smoothie King.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Are you a Cowboy superfan? The search is on for the 2025 Fan of the Year presented by Captain Morgan. Yo ho, yo ho. Now through September 29th, nominate the extraordinary NFL fan, dynamic duo, and the game changers who rep the Cowboys with pride. Yes, sir. Pride, ego, passion, all that and more. Turn every game day into an unforgettable adventure. You could be sent to Super Bowl 60. Enter to win at NFL.com/fan of the year. Not yesterday, but today, right now, like ASAP.
All right. That is Trey Moore getting it done for us right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. I'm Newy Scruggs. Trey Moore played in the league. Tony Dorsett's son, Anthony Dorsett, played in the league. You got Barry Church. He played in the league. So
that's him too.
There we go. This is the Players Lounge, and we're going to chop it up, do what we do. So, Trey, and we're talking about possibly putting Jaden Blue in the game, and we think that Miles Sanders should get another crack, despite that costly, dreadful, drastic fumble. Who sits? If Blue's in, who now goes to the bench on the substitution list? And we already saw who also was inactive, right there. So you got the whole list there, man.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Where do you want to go short? Because you got, so you'd be adding four. You add Blue, that means you have four running backs in the game.
And unfortunately, it's the pecking order where they say youth wins all. At the end of the day, when you go into this, as for me, being a journeyman towards the end of my career, like you said, Barry, what did you say at the beginning? You had to go in there, you seen the depth chart. Mm-hmm. You knew who was going to get their swing, the big money contract guys. Then after that, it was like, hey, as a veteran coming in, unless you had a certain amount of money guaranteed, you knew that you were extendable. It's about what have you done for me lately? So with that being said, like, would it be in the early game? I think the one thing that has him with saving grace is a divisional game. You want to go with experience being early on, so you're going to give him another shot, but it's like you don't have that much of a shot. I don't know who you can really add after that. All these guys are unproven, but we got to go give somebody the opportunity.
Yeah, who do you take out? Do you take out Span Ford at tight end?
For me,
I'm going to take out one of them tight ends.
For me, it's a 1-for-1. I mean, if you putting in the young boy in, you bring take out Miles Sanders. And I wouldn't do it this early in the season. I'd give my guy another opportunity there. But also, I mean, if the young man, Blue, who we're thinking is, a home run hitter, a guy that can, explosive plays and all that stuff, if you want that explosiveness, take a page out of what they did a little bit last week and let Terp get a little run in there. I mean, we've seen those plays where they pitch the ball to Terps, they give him jet sweeps. If you're looking for that explosiveness, that extra dynamic, that Williams, as good as he's been, Javonte, he runs behind his pads. He's a, bulldozer type of guy, but he's not bringing that explosive home run threat. If you want that, Terp get a little burn in there. But if we're talking about 1-for-1, I'm definitely just subbing them out because you got Blue. You can bring out Sanders, but I wouldn't do it this early.
You can't do it.
They got the Giants this week and Chicago after that.
Yeah. In Chicago.
But if you're going to do it, you do it earlier in the season than later in the season.
Without a doubt.
And bringing them in. So like you said, you give Sanders another opportunity this week. I think he's earned that. He's a vet. He's proved that he can bounce back. So then you give him that opportunity. Then if something else looks the same or it does not seem like it's moving in the right direction, you got the Chicago game to try to get the young boy in there, try to see how he's looking. And then at the same time, if it ain't that, you build a package. You know what I'm saying? You could put something together on offense where you give him some plays just to start to see, like if he's explosive like that, put him in the game too as well, just like you said with Turpin.
So what's his role? Like Sanders' role is to change the pace back, right? That's what we're basically saying he is.
I just look at him as the number 2 back.
Yeah.
They've got a committee here.
Yeah.
But Williams may have earned himself a little bit more opportunity to get some.
100%.
Oh, he definitely.
Yeah, he did. For sure.
Schottenheimer talked about it. He said, I wish we could have gotten more carries. But you still got that list right there.
Yeah, he got it right there.
All right.
Yeah. The let me get
the numbers.
You want the numbers?
The numbers here. So we had so Javonte with 15 carries. Mm. So Javonte is pretty interesting because Javonte had only 3 less carries than Saquon Barkley in the football game. So to me, 15 is not a bad number. Not a bad number. But if you're trying to get him some more, that means you're going to have to take some away.
Exactly.
So Sanders, you want to take him down to 2. Terp had 2.
Yeah.
So we only had 22 carries in the game. So for 15 and 22, that's pretty solid.
That's a solid amount. And he made it happen.
That's number 1 numbers right there.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns.
But that's why with those numbers being so low, like you said, you would have to go 1 for 1. But also, are you ready to say that, hey, this is the guy to throw him in there and have that swimming pool technique where you just throw him in there in the water like, hey, this is going to be all you. And I've been there plenty of times where you've seen the guy from the front office come over there and say, hey, you didn't do nothing wrong. We know what you have. You're a veteran. You're proven. We're going to need you at the back end of the season. Let's give this guy this shot. And so I really do think regardless, even Miles comes and plays and has a good game this game. Unless he just kills Javonte, I think we're going to see a lot of Blue in Chicago that week. And if he does good enough, or even if it's not better than him, but if it's close to what Miles has, you're going to see that following week like, hey, Miles, save you. You're a vet. We need you to that back stretch. And if Blue is really just excelling, there you go, having one of those veterans that get lost in the cycle.
So Trey, let me throw this out here. Guys, you all weigh in. Home game against the Giants. Shotty's still looking for his first one. You cannot lose this game. Are you ready to put a rookie out here versus a veteran? In a game, you cannot – let's say Javonte gets hurt.
Yeah.
Are you ready to say, here you go, Blue versus Sanders?
For me, that boils down to what is he doing in pass blocking. He's naturally going to be able to run the ball. He's naturally going to be able to catch.
And this D-line?
Yeah. So
D-line you facing this week?
Exactly. So what are you doing in pass protection? That's because at the end of the day, if he's a vet and he can't pass protect, I don't want him out there. You know what I mean? So if it's a younger boy that's out there and he understands the system and can pass protect, and he's an explosive player on top of that.
You definitely got to put him in there to where it's like, hey, I'm looking at the vet like, okay, you have fumble issues in your history. The longevity. We know how you get as an older player. When you first young and fresh, I want to get in there. I'm smacking, bam, every time. As an older player, it's like, hey, I'm not going to take the unnecessary hits. I'm not going to really throw myself to where you see guys that whiff tackles and stuff like that. So I start to think and be like, man, hey, young bull, you ready? I get them hyped. You know how coaches do. They come over there, hey, this going to be your week and this and that. You're going to get your reps, and now you're really excited, and they gas you up to do all that. So I think that's going to be the X factor, and hopefully if Blue is smart and he had a good vet in there, they told him like, hey, bro, make sure you're on special teams this week, and I think that would give him the nod. But me personally, I'm not going to make Miles inactive this week. I would go in there with 4 running backs.
So when you go 4 means you're going short somewhere else. But you definitely, just as we're talking and flushing this out here, in a game that you must have, Sanders has to be out there.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Miles Sanders.
Okay.
He's solid. But, I don't think he was a difference maker. We're talking about a guy that touched the ball 5 times last week.
But go back.
Had one fumble.
Go back to the premise of what I said. Javonte gets hurt against the Jets.
If Javonte gets hurt.
So if we're going to just that scenario, which we have to put out there, especially with some of Javonte's career. So Javonte Williams gets hurt in the Giant game. That means now if you sit Miles Sanders, you're asking a rookie.
I'm comfortable.
I'm
comfortable with Blues.
Nobody should. It's based off the fact that nobody showed me enough to set themselves apart to where it's like, yo, you're my X factor. Like you've done this. Like I'm not. I wouldn't say it's so much. I wouldn't say it's so much as that I'm comfortable.
He said mouthful. You know what I'm saying? Like all preseason we talked about. I ain't seen no run game. You know what I mean? So like, and just like you said, like. What you did last year, that's last year. Like, what have you done for me lately, and what are you doing now is what's happening. And for me, like you said, he wasn't really that much of a difference maker. The fumble was a major difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I think it boils down to if that young boy can pass protect, running the ball like this.
This is the first game.
I understand.
First game. I don't know if I want to risk that in game one. Now, if you want to give me 4 guys. Yeah, but and that way I got Sanders out here, but I can't just sit here and say I'll sit Miles Sanders, play blue, Williams get hurt. Now I'm looking at a rookie.
This is gonna tell you how much shoddy his system, what he's doing here. Are they letting him do it? And then from there, what you believe in them. Because if you go out there and you see Blue there, then it's like, hey, Blue has shown him something in practice to where it's like you have so much hidden potential.
And rookie who's been nicked up twice already.
That's true as well.
Hey.
That's true.
Training camp, nicked up twice. Now we got a game, not a practice.
Yeah.
Now we talk about a game.
This is true.
Yeah. You always got El Boogie, though, man. You always got El Boogie
Yo,
out
dog.
there, man. Hey, hand it off to my guy. He good. He's straight. He can pass protect. El Boogie can pass protect. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Can he scoop protect?
No, I don't think he can do that.
Solomon Thomas.
Yes, I told y'all.
Look good.
I told you.
He
Did I
look
not?
good.
Did I not?
He did look good.
Talked to Solly in the locker room, and I just said, I asked, your anticipation for this game, you know, being from here, your hometown team. He's like, I played there twice, but yeah, it's going to be something to come to the game. And I said, how many tickets you have to get? He said, no, I don't get a whole lot.
He said, Smart man.
So when he came back, when he was playing for the other team, I get a whole lot. But he's like, nah, you're going to keep it tight. Circle tight. Right. And it made me want to ask you guys, how were the ticket requests when you guys played?
Sure. I was always cheap, though. Like, I can get the 4.
Man.
4. My parents or my grandparents, they coming in town, the wife. But other than that, I wasn't dishing out tickets like that. Nah, except for when I went to Pittsburgh. We played Pittsburgh, man. That was the one time I did kind of splurge on some tickets. But
is that when you go to teammates too? Like, hey, can I get some?
Yeah, so we used to go to. So my agency had some people in Pittsburgh that played for the Steelers, and I just reached out to them like, hey, let me get your tickets because they be giving us tickets up in the nosebleeds, like up in you could feel the engine from the aircraft coming past when you're way up there.
Sprite zone.
You too far up there. So I used to get them from their home, like, let me get you the tickets since you ain't got nobody coming. And they would give me the tickets, and it'd be good seats. But yeah, Dallas games, nah, I wouldn't.
Nah.
Man, for me, exact opposite. I was so family oriented, being one of
you was from there too,
I'm
right?
from Dallas,
Yeah.
Oak Cliff, born and raised, and I'm one of 12 kids. So for me, it was the hassle of you got your 4 that you got. Then after that, you had to go around.
You got 12 siblings?
I got
or
12.
siblings?
It's 12 of us. Yeah, my parents never married, so but yeah, it's 12 of us all together. We're all really close, and so that's immediate family, not including my grandma and my grandmas that helped raise us, aunties and uncles, and like I said, being a Dallas person, you got every friend, every person in the woodworks coming out. For me, I had a problem with telling people no, so I got to the point to where I really just turned off my phone and I told my mom, like, I'm gonna tell you how many I maxed out and I can get, and I always knew I was gonna have to pay for something extra, and it wasn't until like after the second game that I had to really start cutting it off because I had my 4 that I got. Then you had the guys that you knew that was far away on the team. Hey, can I get your tickets? Please let me get this. And when we go away game, you can have all those. Yeah. And then after that, you pay your money and you start looking at it. It got to the point where I used to pay for that out of my check, and people don't realize you take it out your check.
You don't get no free back.
Especially in Jerry's world. Oh man, them tickets was high.
You get yaks.
Hey, we took up a collection pay. It was Easter Sunday. Hey, I'm gonna pay for this, but y'all need to contribute and donate towards these tickets. Like $150, $200 a pop. I'm gonna go half with y'all. And now that's what really started to save me is that when I started charging people half, I see how much you really mess with me. And if you gave me half, cool, I'm going to go ahead and pay the other half. Like, show me some leg work. So it was horrible. I hated it. Like, that was probably my worst experience. Like, I see what Victor Cruz used to talk about when he was in New York and had to pay for everybody because he was from Patterson. So, yeah, for me, I got after the third game, I said, yeah, we got to cut this out and figure out how to weed it out.
My rookie year, I think it was my rookie year. It might have been my second year. It was one of the times we went home to play the Steelers, and I just remembered I didn't get a paycheck that week. It's just like you said, no, seriously.
No, and they don't tell you that they're taking that out your paycheck. They'll send you the little list.
You go, yeah.
Here you go. How many tickets you need? 10 of them.
Oh, we got you.
And I probably had like maybe almost 18 to 20 more. You know what I'm saying? And it was first time going home, and then it it was a trip. And then I did it one more time. Like later on, and I just remember it was hella cold after this game. And I came out with nobody there but my granny. Right? And everybody, and I understand it was cold.
Did you buy all the tickets?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, for y'all fans out there right now, do not do that.
I'd have been sick.
Okay.
If a player offers you a ticket, I'm telling you right now, do not do that because you are taking money out of his paycheck. I just got triggered thinking about that. Like, you know how many
Grandma was out there,
Granny,
but nobody else was out there.
Granny stayed out there in the cold.
How many tickets did you get total that game?
Man, it was always over 10.
And that's the worst thing. And when you get that paycheck that next week, did they tell you how much that the tickets were beforehand?
You know, like, it was one of them things where, like, you know how it is when you're doing something for your people, like
you don't care, you ain't paying attention to it.
So you want everybody to participate. You want everybody.
I seen the stuff.
Hey, they not.
Hell no.
They don't tell you until like right before. Say you order like an astronomical So when anybody, I feel like if you played against the Cowboys, I had the privilege of playing here and playing against here. Before you went to Jerry's World, we used to have our player development guy that come down there and be like, hey, when we get tickets this week, calm down. Like, I know you normally get 10 or 15, but you looked at that price, they going $300, $400 a pop. Like, if you want good seats, because like you said, the seats that they gave you, you only got 2 comp on away games. Then after that, they give you the tickets that are nosebleed. Well, Jerry nosebleeds for $200-$300. So now if you want the family section up close and personal, now you go in that $500-$600 range. Now you get 10 of those. It's like spending a couple bands. So they will warn you. But there be some places where they didn't even tell you, like, say when the Raiders were in their old stadium, get 20 tickets. They didn't care. They didn't even tell you the price. And then the day before you see your paycheck stuff, that was only 20 tickets, only $200. Man, I should have got more.
Or you get one of them vets who, big money vets, they got the suites.
Yeah,
they got the suites all year. So they get this.
Yeah.
Let my family go up in that suite. Yeah. Like, all right, church, yeah, for sure. Man, that was good for that. Hey, where? Yeah, man. Hey, you
brother,
know what?
bro.
Hey, bro,
a couple extras in the season. Yeah, let me get them. All right, cool.
Hustle Man Church.
Gotta get them.
Hustle Man Church used to go get it. Now you golf buddies.
That's why I love this show. This the insight, man.
So tickets are not cheap.
They are not. Do not disrespect any player that's doing that. It's just like you wouldn't want somebody come in your house and take your check.
Trey, you starting to do therapy now.
Nah. I'm hot. I got to couple. I got to call.
We gonna end the show. We gonna end the show. We got the podcast code at the top. Dorsett, Moore, Church. I'm Scruggs. Players Lounge. Brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com. We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?